everyone. Hi, hello. Welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. I am sitting here in Pod Cabin with your husband and mine, the people's husband, Daniel Quantz, 2026. It's the 2026 version of Daniel Quantz.
Yep. Hi, everybody.
How's it going?
It's going well, you know, nice, beautiful day.
Yes.
It's finally warmed up.
Wait a minute. Finally warmed up is what you say when it's like April or May and it's still snowing.
Well, really,
you cannot say, lest the heavens hear you, you cannot say finally warmed up when it's January 17th and it's 90 degrees.
This is Southern
Hush
Cal.
your mouth. We had cold weather for like 8 days, during which I went out and bought a coat, or I ordered one online, because I was like, this problem of not having warm enough clothing can be solved. And now I feel like I should return it because we're back to, what was that? Excuse me, I need to make a pretentious reference. It's an invincible summer.
Well, it's going to cool down again. What I really meant to say was it finally dried up.
Oh, yeah, it was raining.
Because it had been really wet and rainy. Right. So it's going to be no rain for a while. Mm-hmm. Like that song.
The Blind Melon song?
Yep.
I loved Blind Melon. And we heard that because the song recently was playing in your favorite show, Your Friends and Neighbors.
It was?
Yes. Not No Rain, but there's one called Change, which I used to play on my acoustic guitar.
I don't think I liked any of their other songs. I did like that song.
You like No Rain?
Yeah, there's like some bands where they'll have like a good song and then you listen to the rest of their songs and they don't sound anything like the song you like. And I hate that.
That was an experience.
It's like the Shins have that problem. I kind of like the Shins, but their big hit,
New Slang,
like none of their other stuff sounds like that.
I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you
about
the Shins.
You feel like there's other New Slang like?
I feel like they all sound kind of the same.
I feel like New Slang...
And actually, Blind Melon, I'm kind of going to say the same on that first album, which I think the Bumblebee Girl, the eponymous one. Their later stuff, because I'm quite familiar with their catalog, their later stuff had a different sound.
Maybe that's what I heard. Well, I think with the Shins, it's like New Slang has this real sort of wistful, you know, like... sad introspective vibe,
right?
And the rest of their music has more of a Britpop upbeat vibe.
Oh, I don't agree.
Okay.
I do not.
I didn't know you were a Shins fan.
So back in my writing about music days, I was very good friends with the publicist at Sub Pop, and they were on Sub Pop. So I've seen them play live a number of times because they were always playing like South by Southwest or CMJ.
Maybe it makes more sense.
And I did like
live.
their album.
I don't know. Like I remember at the time, this is before Garden State. I was really into that. I was like listening to that song over and over. Garden State killed it for me because
I know because that's the Shins. By the way, for anyone listening who's not also 75 years old, all of this probably makes no sense.
Well,
but anyway, Shins were a popular cutting edge band in the 90s. The movie Garden State was a horrible movie with Zach Braff and Natalie Portman,
written and directed by Zach Braff.
Yeah, and at one point she puts her headphones. She's listening to the Shins on her Discman. This is pre iPods and stuff. I think
she didn't just. She also then was like, "This is the greatest song ever," and she
said, "This music or this song will change your life."
And she was like the first like manic pixie dream girl archetype. Yeah, he braffed that song, braffed it right into the fucking toilet.
I also never liked. Okay, here we go.
They should
what
never
are you listening
have
to?
The Shins. You know them?
No.
You gotta hear this one song. It'll change your life, I
No.
swear. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to. You gotta fill out your forms. Conundrum. Think you could maybe listen while you fill out? Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember.
Didn't she have to wear like headphones? I think she might have been autistic. This is a joke.
Yeah. They've changed what it
anyway. I've heard it.
Garden State meets MIDI is what it is. But anyway, yeah, that's the dialogue that led up to it.
I've heard people suspect that the whole manic pixie dream girl thing is really just autistic girls.
Interesting.
But anyway, once someone says, like, especially like a big movie says this is now, it's not a good song anymore. You can't like it or else you're a douchebag.
Yeah.
So
it put it on the radar of douchebags.
But when I remember I only knew that song from the Shins, and then when I got the album, I'm like, oh, this is not at all what I was expecting. That's what I'm basing it on.
Okay. Can we go back to autism for a second? So then we have to do the stuff that we normally do at the beginning of the show.
I thought we were going to do the whole show about the Shins. You told me.
Yeah, I lied. So we recently shared that our younger son has autism, is autistic.
What?
I don't know what the right language is. Is autistic, has autism.
And people get real uptight about
I don't know
language,
which one is correct at this point.
You know what, though? I feel like we can say whatever the fuck we want.
We can. But you can't. But we can.
Well, people do sometimes correct me. Like,
they do?
I feel like I've been corrected about the has autism or is autistic or something like that. And it's just like, no. I'm the one who knocks.
So anyway, we shared about that recently after years of never talking about it publicly for a variety of reasons. But people have been so nice about it, and a lot of people have reached out to thank us for talking about it, to say that they also parent a special needs
who wouldn't,
child.
Though? Who's gonna say, like,
who's gonna be like, now I'm done listening?
The only feedback, I mean, thank you for being nice, but like, who would reach out and say something not nice?
Right, but there could also have been like no reaction, but there's been a large reaction, because I think having a special needs kid is isolating. Yes. And where was I going with that?
I don't know.
It's isolating and
invigorating.
And exhilarating.
And stimulating.
Yeah, it is. It is like a breath of fresh. No, it's isolating. And oh my God, there was like another half of that sentence and it's lost forever. But anyway, when you mentioned wistful, it reminded me, I'm going to take this in a nerdy direction for a minute. It reminded me that you and I used to have one of our early debates in our relationship. And if we'd had a show then, it could have dominated the show, was the meaning of wistful. But what was the actual debate? Do you remember?
Tell me what you think the definition of wistful is. Define wistful for me.
Wistful is nostalgic and bittersweet. I think you thought it had a negative connotation, and I don't think it does.
No, I don't. I never did.
Okay, what do you think it means?
I think it's like a longing for the past, but it's like nostalgia, except that it's more melancholy.
Right. Do you think of it as more sad than I do? I think you can just be wistful. Like, do you think of it as more yearning? Okay, because I think we're agreeing. But we used. I
think maybe you changed.
What did I used to think it was?
I think you disagreed that it had to do with
the past,
memory or nostalgia.
That seems insane.
I don't know. I don't remember. Those were the dark days of our relationship.
Well, let's just look up what it means. But I think that you've changed. Who has a better memory between you and me?
See, you think you do. You have a better short-term memory. Also a better long-term memory. But I have a better memory of things that are true.
Wait, listen. It's having or showing a feeling of vague or regretful longing. So I actually think... Okay, here's AI. Wistful describes a feeling of pensive sadness, longing, or melancholy.
That's what I said.
Often for something lost, missed, or idealized. Yeah, like a pastime or a dream, carrying a gentle mix of fondness and yearning for what can't be. Well, yes, but so that's AI, but the actual definition is having or showing a feeling of vague or regretful longing.
Right.
So I really think that you thought it had a negative connotation, and I didn't. And
so then I was right. You said regretful longing?
Well, we're both
I think
right.
it's I think we're both right now. I was right then, but we're both right now. So, like, we'll just, hey, you know what? We'll just call it even.
Okay, fine. But anyway, here's what I was thinking. There should be word. Okay, so my friend Jeannie, who I talk about all the time on the show, she was like, hey, I found a new word. Do you know this word? And the word is appurtenances. And it means like accessories that go along with something. Like all of my appurtenances for fish are all over the house, you know?
Oh, God.
I have to look up how you actually pronounce it.
Okay. I don't like that word, though.
An accessory or other item associated with a particular activity or style of living, all the appurtenances of luxurious travel. Oh, maybe it's not actually like my fish nets and various siphons and whatnot. Maybe it's like the
well, now that I think about it, though, there does need to be a good word for that stuff.
Accessories.
Paraphernalia.
Paraphernalia. Oh, trappings. Accessories, trappings, appendages, accoutrement, extras.
Accoutrement. Look at you.
Oh, sorry. Accoutrements. Is that how you say it?
I probably would say accoutrement, but I wouldn't. That's why I wouldn't use the word.
But wait, what does a pertinent mean in property? In real estate, an appurtenance is a right, a privilege, or improvement that permanently attaches to a property and transfers with its ownership.
So something that like
a furnace, fence, or in-ground pool. Oh. Okay. So it's as opposed to something that the owner can take. So like the dishwasher might be. I actually have no idea. But I want to know where the emphasis is. And pronunciation. Okay, here we go.
Appurtenances.
Do you have to
Appurtenances.
You have to say it like that?
No. You can also say it.
Appurtenances.
Appurtenances. So, appurtenances. Anyway, though, so she sent me this word, and she's like, maybe you know this word already. And I was like, I don't know this word. You know how there's book clubs, which I've never belonged to one. Did I already say that?
No.
Yes, I want a word club. Where are the other people who remember when they heard or learned certain words, who have lists of favorite words? Where are they? I want to be in a club with you.
Do you remember the word that I wished existed, that I came up with today, that I yearned for, this word for?
Did you feel wistful?
No.
I don't remember at all.
I want a word that is just short of interesting.
Oh, yes.
Isn't uninteresting.
That was last night.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because you told me a story and you're like, I think I gauged wrong whether this was interesting or not.
But it wasn't not interesting.
What was the story?
Oh, I was just talking about I don't want to bring, but like, it's too involved. But the point is, it was an idea that was interesting in my head, and then I started talking about it, and I realized, I guess it's not really that interesting. You know, like, it's
I suggested the word is interesting to me.
No, but it's
not even that interesting to you.
But by vocalizing it, it wasn't even interesting to me. It was just like almost interesting.
Right. And I suggested perhaps amusing.
But amusing feels...
So colloquially, you know, wait, why were we going... I don't know. Were we doing that on the show?
Maybe.
In fish speak?
Maybe.
I'm having deja vu. In conversation... the way that you introduce an idea like that is, oh, you know what's funny? And then you say something that's like not humorous at all. Get it?
No, I didn't get it.
Is it a mosquito?
I can't tell.
Okay.
I mean, I guess so. Like, I suppose you would say something that's amusing.
But you're like, it's not actually amusing because it's not.
Amusing doesn't quite get it for me, though. It's like,
we need a word. We need a word for, here's something that I have in my head and I want to burden you with. I
want to set that expectation firmly so that there's no disappointment when I say it. So
can I tell you something that's not interesting?
I'm going to say something that is just, it's interesting adjacent.
Right.
You know
interesting adjacent.
It's like, you're going to be like, okay, like, yeah, that's how you're going to feel. You're going to feel like, okay. And I want to, and if you're expecting that, you'll be delighted by what I say.
Right.
But if I say it's interesting, as I did,
you set the bar way too high.
That's way too much.
Yeah.
You'll be like, that's not though.
Right.
I'm like, I know.
But what is interesting adjacent? Like it's on the edge of interest. What is okay? So here on the spectrum, here's interesting, and then here's boring. What is it between them?
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, my brain keeps wanting to say amusing, but I don't think that's right.
It's like it's the word that doesn't exist. I love that.
Is it worth telling?
I feel like this is something Gen Alpha can figure out because they came up with mid.
Yeah,
mid is great.
Right.
Let's use mid all the time.
Could we say mid? Want to hear something mid?
It's like mid interesting.
Oh, we got a text. Hang on one second.
I think she's just saying where.
Oh, okay. Worried it was about car seats. Are you sure you don't want to share what it was? Because I'm dying to remember what it was.
Oh, it was a video by Jason Peregrine, I think you pronounce. He's like a video. He does like short things on TikTok, whatever. He's a writer. He wrote for Cracked, and he wrote John Dies at the End, and I don't know. Anyway, he always has kind of fun, interesting videos, and he did one where he's talking about how the super wealthy. Mm-hmm. They don't have like special versions of certain things,
right? Whether whether you're just a regular person or a billionaire, you're still drinking Coke.
You're still drinking Diet Coke. Like the same person, you buy a can of Coke, Jeff Bezos is buying a can of Coke. Mm-hmm. Like there isn't a rich guy version of Coca-Cola,
right? Yes,
there isn't a rich guy version of toothpaste. I mean, there is, but they don't use it,
right?
If you're using a bathroom on a yacht, I mean, they'll probably have a bidet, but if there's toilet paper, it's Charmin. I mean, and as he said, it's like it'll be the good version of Charmin, but it's still just Charmin. And it's like, oh yeah, you know, your whole. It's not like you get that rich and like every single thing is different. Like there's a ton of shit that just everybody uses, no matter how poor or how rich they are. And then talking about it, I'm like, I guess it's interesting. And it's like it's not. It's sort of interesting. It's interesting. It's mid-interesting.
It presupposes that there's a person who thinks, though, that when you're rich, you live an entirely different life, and I don't think that's the presupposition. There is something,
well, because like they will drink high-end alcohol,
sure,
right? Like so if you're on
and
that
maybe
yacht,
your clothing is going to be different.
Yeah. Although surprisingly, like some of them will just, I don't understand getting that rich and then wearing fucking just basic shit. Like that's the one thing I'd be wearing the most expensive clothes, but whatever. If you're on that yacht, you're gonna get like the best whiskey, you're gonna get the best wine, and then there's Coke. I don't know. It's just funny that there isn't a rich version of that. Does that speak
to how good Coke is?
It kind of does. Like nothing. It's like Coca-Cola is sort of like the perfect version of Coca-Cola. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's RC, there's Pepsi, inferior to Coke.
Right.
And sorry if you think Pepsi's better, but I think maybe you should go to therapy.
Just for that?
Kind of.
That's weird.
I've always wondered how is Pepsi sold?
I went through a Pepsi One phase.
Who is into Pepsi? And you know what? Don't tell me. Keep it to yourself. I don't really care. But like, it is curious to me that people develop an affinity for Pepsi over Coke.
Did you never do Pepsi One? So before Coke Zero,
because Coke is what Coke.
I began to crave Pepsi One. I think that's what we had in the vending machine at Time Out New York.
Coke tastes like what cola should taste like. It's like, and I get it. Like if you grew up drinking Pepsi is what it's. So right. I do get it. But it's like, for me,
is this mid-interesting?
Oh, this is like just shy of mid-interesting.
Okay, this is sub-mid-interesting.
This is just mid-interesting minus. Yeah, this is like that would be my podcast. Like you will not hear anything on here that's more than mid-interesting minus. And if that's your thing, then you're okay. Coca-Cola, if that's your jam, if that's what you grew up drinking, nothing is better than that.
Right.
Nothing's gonna. It's sort of like McDonald's. It's like if you really love Big Macs, there isn't going to be another thing that is better because that flavor of that Big Mac is specific to a Big Mac.
Those are not Big Macs, Shelley and John.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what that was about.
So you said if Coke is your jam, and that leaves me with a question. Which jam is your jam? Like, which jam are...
I'm not a jam guy.
Preserves?
Do I look fucking British to you?
Preserves? Jelly? What kind of toast lubricant?
If I had toast that needed fruit on it,
that needed
or
appurtenances,
if I had like a really good English muffin that I had to put fruit on it, I guess I would go with whatever one had the thickest fruit, like the one that's least jelly. You know how like you could get like the Smuckers or whatever.
I think you're talking about a preserve, like a
whatever.
Smushed fruit.
Again, I'm not fucking British. I don't know the difference between jams, preserves, and jellies. It's all the same to me. So whatever the thicker one is that has the real fruit in it, that's what I would reach for.
People often bring up a joke that I shared on the Corolla show. Do you know the joke? Mm-hmm. And that was not my joke. That was my friend Jody's joke. Jody from the band Supernova.
But she didn't write it.
He
didn't write it.
No, he didn't.
So it's not his joke either.
It's interesting. I was thinking about the fact that a lot of my most enduring jokes that can't be told in polite company came from my Orange County friends, not my New York friends, even though New York is like where the SNL writers are. It's where, National Lampoon writers probably were. It's the Onion. It's the seat of comedy. And yet
I feel like to me the Onion's like
it was
Midwest.
Chicago.
Yeah.
But then it went to New York, I think.
Okay.
Unless I'm wrong about that. But yeah, like New York is the seat of comedy. And yet the jokes the things that tickle my funny bone were Orange County. Anyway, the joke is, and again, you can't really tell this nowadays, but what's the difference between jelly and jam?
What?
I can't jelly my dick down your throat.
There you go. Good, clean fun.
Yeah. And then my friend Rob referred to this part of the eye.
The inner part of your eye?
As the igina. That always cracked me up.
Mm-hmm. What is it called?
I believe it's the lacrimal caruncle. Anyway, if you like words as much as I do, please get in touch. We can form a word club. All right, let's now go to our Spotify comments. Again, people can leave comments on Spotify. I don't know where they leave them. I don't know where they show up for other people. I just know that I go into Spotify for creators and I can see them. Could someone let Grandma know where you leave them and where you find them? Mm-hmm. Because I don't. Oh, look, there's a polls tab. I haven't created any polls. Okay. Craig, just mirror everyone. I love when Jesse or Jordan are on the Thursday show. Jordan Jesse Go is out on Thursday too, and I always hope Alison will be the guest. Aw, that's so nice. I'm going to be on Never Not Funny next week. I don't know when it's airing. And probably right away.
We recorded a Thursday with Jordan that hasn't aired yet.
That's right. And we just recorded the Thursday with Jesse, which has aired. A lot of exciting stuff happening. Yeah. Okay. Nathan Mendenhall. Okay, so on the episode with Jordan, which has not come out yet, hard-boiled eggs came. Oh no, they came up on that episode, and then I ported them over to the Jesse Thorne Dave Lyons episode and did a yes please or oh please, and then I also did a poll on Patreon, patreon.com/Alison Rosen. Mm-hmm. Do an annual subscription and get 2 months free, and you can weigh in on eggs. I think 72% of people liked hard-boiled eggs. So there's a vocal 28%.
I don't claim to be in the majority on that one.
So Nathan says, a medium-boiled egg with a gooey yolk is 1,000 times better than a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah, I could go for a soft-boiled egg before I go for a hard-boiled egg.
But he's saying medium-boiled. Here's what I'm asking. Is this like the kind that's in a little egg cup and you're dipping toast in it? What do you call the toast? Do you know what it's actually called?
What do you mean?
Toast soldiers.
What? What are you talking about?
I believe when you cut up...
What do you call toast? Do you call it toast?
No, but I believe the toast points that you dip in the egg...
are called soldiers?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know who's calling them that, but I just feel like...
Is that just something your dad called them? Or is that a thing that...
This did not come from Rosen's. This came from like The Joy of Cooking or something.
That part of what I hate about hard-boiled egg is the yolks, like
I know you
chalky. Just that chalky, like. So yeah, I go for the soft-boiled. Yeah, before that.
Okay, because medium to me is like, and I hate this term. It makes me want to vomit. A jammy yolk.
Jammy is not a great word.
I hate jammy.
Yeah.
All right.
Although I like to wear jammies.
I love the time of day where it's time to get into my Jim Jams. Toast soldiers. I've got to find out.
If we were rich.
Yes. Sorry.
If we were rich, one thing that I would do is I would
drink Coke, obviously.
I would have someone put fresh bed sheets on our bed every single day.
Yeah, why not? My mom got into a thing where she was ironing her sheets all the time, and she's like, I hate how much it makes a difference. Apparently freshly ironed sheets.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Japanese people take baths right before bed, because it truly changes the game. It changes the game, honey. If you take a bath,
but now
and then you slip into freshly
laundered sheets,
like wrinkle-free. Oh.
At the same time, when you're so tired, slipping into a dirty, gross, soft bed is also so great.
No, it isn't.
Okay. A toast soldier is a British term for a thin strip of buttered toast cut to be the perfect size for dipping into the runny yolk of a soft-boiled egg, a dish often called dippy eggs and soldiers. These crustless toast strips resemble soldiers on parade.
Do they?
Do soldiers go on parade often? Hence the name, and are a classic comforting breakfast or snack, especially for children, meant to scoop up every bit of the golden yolk. Ugh, don't call it golden, even though it is. Dippy eggs with soldiers. I will never call it that, but yeah, they're toast soldiers. We got to ask Izzy if that's what she calls them.
Yeah.
All right.
That's our British representative.
Yeah. She's our ambassador. WKS says, thanks for sharing about being a parent of a child with autism. My son is the same age as Owen and was just diagnosed with autism and a few other things in August. It can feel very isolating. There's the first part of my sentence. And it helps me to not feel so alone to hear from others about what they are experiencing. Maybe the rest of my sentence was just, it can be isolating, and so it helps to hear from others. So you feel less alone?
Should I tell a story about that one thing that happened at the support group?
Yes.
Oh my God. So we have this group that meets, I feel like once every 6 months.
No, that's how often we attend. They meet once a month. It's actually coming up. Would you like to know when it's happening? Because I get the emails, but here's the problem. They meet at 9:15 a.m.
I know, it's a little inconvenient for us. But anyway, it's like a support group for parents who have
special needs who go to the school that we go to,
and it's very nice. And it's it because
They're
it
great.
is so isolating. These kinds of things can be great because you're just like, okay, God, at least and
it's not all autism. It's
oh no,
it's any sort. Yeah, it's all. So there's kids who have physical conditions.
Yeah, there's one little girl and she's in a wheelchair and you.
Oh my God!
You hear
Here
about,
it is, the mosquito.
You hear about
get it. Oh, you're so close.
Hopefully I concussed it with the sound waves.
Do you think so?
We should get a thing in here
to
deal with them. Get one of those rackets, those electric rackets.
The bug assault that came
I couldn't figure that out.
People were saying the salt gun. That seems difficult. People were saying that the bug assault thing is worth it.
Is that the tennis racket thing?
I think it's the salt one. Salt. Hence
yeah,
the
people.
pun.
No, it's no joke. Apparently that's really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's this little girl and she's got a lot of I don't remember what her condition is, and the mom's just talking about how frustrating it is that she is under
challenged.
No, they underestimate her Because
that's what I literally just said.
Well, I guess it's under-challenged,
yeah.
but the word I was looking for was underestimate.
Okay, well, but okay.
Because they think, oh, you're in a wheelchair, we have to, and she's just like, I'm not.
She's not intellectually disabled.
I'm not intellectually disabled.
Yeah.
I am, so it's like interesting to hear what everyone's challenges are.
Right.
Anyway, but part of the deal, I think.
But wait, I just want to clarify. It sounded like you're saying the little girls in the meeting. The kids are not in the meeting. It's just the parents.
So part of the deal, I think, in a support group is that this is, what do you call it?
No, I said is support.
Yeah, is support. Well, what does that mean?
Right.
It means like
you can
this is a space where I can
it's a safe
talk
space.
about, but practically what that means is I can talk about my frustrations without having to give a million caveats.
Right.
Like I can just say, I'm fucking frustrated by X, Y, and Z, and you don't have to be like, but I love my son. You can just be like, because you just need a space to voice these things. It's sort of understood that like all of the perspective that you would normally caveat is that you don't have to do that here.
Right.
Okay. So you're going to have to refresh my memory a little, but there was one mom whose daughter, like,
her kid
had cancer. And also was autistic? Like, what was the deal?
I don't know. I don't think there was also autism.
You're going to have to remind me now.
I'm sort of forgetting a little bit.
So we're sitting there, and she was just like...
Well, so you shared your concern, like I think this was our first time going, and it was kind of like, sometimes we feel, good about things, and then sometimes we're very concerned about like, what's this gonna, where is this headed? Like, what's gonna happen in the future? And And she was essentially like, at least your kid doesn't have cancer.
She was like,
she played the cancer card.
She was like, well, you don't have anything to worry about really, because it could be a lot worse.
Yeah,
your kid could have cancer, and it's like, yeah, okay. Right. I get fucking silly me.
Yeah.
I'm worrying about anything. Like, yeah, obviously it could be worse, bitch. Like, yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry your kid had cancer, by the way. Like, I'm not like trying to say like my thing is as bad as your thing.
Right.
I'm just, can I be frustrated? Like, if I
You're
stub my toe, can I complain about that and not have to be like, but there's people who are dying in the
who have no feet.
Yeah, there are people with no feet. So no. Was that mid-interesting?
So another woman in the group, though, texted me after that meeting to apologize that
did?
had happened, and like that woman is apparently like a problem. I should be careful. Issues have come. This was not the first time something like that has happened.
Look, I listen. I do not know how horrible that must be to have your kid get cancer. I get it, and so. Maybe this just isn't the support group for you. Like, if you can't sit there and listen to people complain about shit that feels to you like way more mundane than the shit you dealt with,
way more mid-tristing.
Yeah, way more mid-tristing, then just don't go.
Right.
Instead of like telling other people that their concerns aren't.
I think she was angry, and I understand why.
She seemed angry, but why at us?
Right. That was unlucky.
Why shut us up?
Yeah.
Like, say, hey, don't worry about that shit. At least your kid doesn't have kids. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, whatever.
You and I are support group veterans. Well,
we are.
Because we went to a pet loss support group.
I mean, we were like,
we invented support groups.
We were kind of
on the ground floor.
We were kind of the stars of that.
I like to think we were. I like to think we were a bright light. I think about that guy and his cockatiel all the time. So we went to this pet loss support group after Oliver died. I've talked about it before. It was incredibly helpful to realize that all people who lose their pets feel immense guilt, whether your pet died in an accident, tragically.
Or was it self-selecting? Only people who feel guilt go to pet support groups.
Oh, I hadn't considered that. I tend to think, well, so anyway, hang on though. I'll address that in a second. So yeah, whether your pet died in like a tragic accident or just of natural causes at old age, you go through this guilt. And I asked the woman who led the group, have you ever seen people who don't experience this kind of guilt? And she said like only one or two in the whole time she's been doing it. Mm-hmm. So for that reason, it was really helpful. And it was just really helpful to be in a room with people experiencing it also, and to be able to talk about it.
There's a thing that happens, especially with losing a pet, where you feel like you're over grieving, like if people are judging you for grieving so hard, like whether it's the length of time or the depth of the grief.
My dad was like, "Oh, this will probably last like a month." The grief.
You'll basically you have a month to grieve, and then get the fuck over it. Was the message. Even
Dr. Drew, because I finally I had so many medical questions about it, and he was like, "How long has it been?" And I said 2 months. He's like, "I'm worried about you." Like, come on.
He's so weirdly judgmental.
Yeah,
Drew.
But so anyway, the woman who led the group, when I was talking to her on the phone before, I said, "It's been 6 weeks and my grief is getting worse, not better."
Yeah.
And she's like, 6 weeks is really not very long at all.
Yeah.
I think when I look back on that, though, it was so complicated by
there were a lot of issues.
My parents' role in it. Like, I think that if this had all happened separate from my family, it would have impacted. I mean, losing Oliver was going to be awful, but I think it would have. I think part of my seeming inability to move past it had so much to do with all the family dynamic shit that caused it and that came after it.
Yeah. The guy with the cockatiel.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's where we're going.
He had his cockatiel died, but this cockatiel was like he always would go everywhere with this cockatiel. He was the guy who had a bird on his shoulder kind of thing. Like the bird would sleep on his chest.
Yes.
So he'd sleep on his back, and then the bird would sleep on his chest, like right on his chest.
Do you remember the bird's name?
No.
I want to say it was like Julia or Julie or Juliet.
And then he accidentally
stepped on it.
Stepped on its head or something. It was so awful. But the thing is, like, he had a brother or friends that were like, "What's the big deal? It's a bird."
It was that he was an older man.
He lived alone.
He could not forgive himself. He could not it was so sad.
He was crushed by the guilt, and then he had people in his lives that were like giving him shit for being so sad about it. And he was like, he ended up, because we went to this thing for like maybe a couple months, and he was like not doing well. I think he was like taking some sort of pills in order to sleep.
Yes.
Like, it was so devastating, and it's
still devastating to think about. I think about it all the time.
I just think it's like, when it's an accident like that, you have to find a way to forgive yourself, because like otherwise, like, what are you going to do?
Right. But what if you can't find that way? I mean, I guess that's where therapy and groups and things come in.
Yeah.
And just time. But anyway, this is too sad. Fish update.
Get ready. It's fish talk time.
All right. We've got the puffer in a hospital tank, which is really the puffer's new home. We've got the betta in a hospital tank because this bitch won't shit. I think she's egg bound, which means that like her eggs are not coming out. So she's got this sort of like lump on her side. She's really doing a lot better though, but I'm fasting her, which is the advice of everyone. So
what about Miralax?
I don't think you can give that to fish.
A suppository.
I'm putting some Epsom salt in there. Oh my God, can you imagine giving a fish a suppository? You would have to have such good vision. I'm putting Epsom salt in the water, and that is supposed to help release the eggs and the poop. She seems happy in her little tank though, although I don't want to have this many tanks. And then we've got the salt water. Everything seems right now to be at a good equilibrium over there. And then we have the fresh water. But we've made a decision of late, which is, excuse me, Turtleine. It's time for Turtleine to have his own tank, because there's just too many issues from having Turtleine in a 10-gallon tank with fish. Issues for the fish and for Turtleine. So we are going to move Turtleine to his own 20-gallon tank. And I went a little nuts with cheap aquarium stands, and I bought 3 of them. I actually intended to buy 2, and then when I went to return the third, which Oh, that's what happened. I bought them on Temu. I bought one, and then I found this exact same one for
We're gonna furnish our house with
for
stuff on
cheaper.
Temu.
I tried to return it, and they're like, "We'll give you almost all your money back to not send it back to us." So that's why we have 3
I
of
would
them.
give that money back to them to take it off our fucking hands. Now, because I have to haul this heavy ass box all over goddamn creation.
So I asked you if you would put together one of the little ones
Mm-hmm.
and then put it in our living room so we can put the tank on it. And weirdly enough, you are being so cool and so kind about it.
Weirdly enough.
I don't know what to make of it. Have you given up? What's your angle here?
Well, what did you expect me to be like?
This is
just
like
super cranky.
Well,
about
it's
it?
like, and I'm sorry to speak lightly about this, but so you know how a sign that someone is considering taking their own life is they begin giving their belongings away and they have a peace about them because they've made up their mind.
Right.
So someone who's normally depressed, all of a sudden there's a lightness about them.
So you think
I don't think that you're considering hurting yourself, but it's incongruous that you're like, yes, I will put together this piece of furniture that I think is ugly so that you can add a larger tank to our living room.
Well, you're right to point out that these things are distasteful to me. I hate these pieces of furniture. I hate them. I don't.
Is it the white farmhouse style that rubs you the wrong way?
I feel like they're ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like farmhouse style generally. I mean, I suppose there's probably some things that are okay, but like it doesn't appeal to me. And they're just so there's that. That's not like if okay. Since we moved in.
Yes.
To this house, we moved in with all of this furniture and shit that we had, you and I, from our previous lives. And so none of it, it's not like, it doesn't really work. If you were decorating this house from scratch, you wouldn't probably buy almost any of it.
Mosquito.
I know, the mosquito. But, we just throw it in there because it's what we had. And it's a mishmash, a pish posh of stuff, right? Like, do you know that design style, the Harlequin design style?
No, but real fast on TikTok, there's a fish called a Harlequin rasbora, and people keep writing it Harley Quinn rasbora. I'm like, you guys, it's not a promotional fish for the movie.
Harley Quinn is a play on Harlequin. Harley Quinn is a character.
I know. But these people who have these fish
they think it's based on the Batman character.
Yes, I guess.
So anyway, the Harlequin design style, kind of like all that shitty, like.
Is it like clowncore?
It is sort of. It's like that shitty, like Disney in the '90s, Mike Eisner era and Disney. It's all like. I think like
Mary-Kate and Ashley's bedroom.
I don't know what that is, but like,
okay, I'm gonna look up Harlequin.
If you looked at like
style.
Harlequin, you would see like they would do like a word, and each letter would be like a different style. It's almost like
yeah, it sounds like Hannah Montana or something.
It's just ugly. It's so ugly. It's like quilt core. Anyway,
I'm writing Harlequin design style, and like nothing's coming up except there is a picture of it's just a picture of Harlequin print.
Do Harlequin design Disney? Maybe something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is it like the opening credits of Saved by the Bell?
Maybe that. See, I didn't watch that show, but it's like I feel like
if you punctuate one more time with a microphone, I'm going to throw something with you at you.
I feel like the Saved by the Bell is more of the Memphis.
See, I don't even know what that is. Okay, it's not coming up, but that's okay. I can imagine it.
Whatever. Point is, our house had that mishmash of design styles. Like,
right.
There's a little of this, a little of that. It's all put together, and none of it works together. So, the dream is that we're going to get rid of that stuff over time and replace it with a coherent, nice set of furniture, etc. And instead, you've brought in more mishmash and pish posh.
Okay, so that's the design style. Now, how do you feel about another tank?
So I hate the cabinets. The fish tanks I never signed on to. Mm-hmm. So that's just a thing that happened. And it's grown. It was supposed to be one little tank with a couple fish. That was the idea. Now we have 2 working tanks with many fish, 2 hospital tanks, and then a giant tank bigger than any of the other tanks that you don't put any fish in. You just store all your shit.
My appurtenances.
Your appurtenances. And all of that is in under the TV. It just looks horrible.
It's that tank is really not that big. If you're a fish person, you'd see that it's not. But you're right. I bought it's a 29 high for my fish listeners. Not actual fish, but fish people listeners or fish you might know. And I just haven't figured out what to do with it. But now that I have
2 things. Look, to me, there's 2 acceptable ways to have fish. What am I doing
you're moving the microphone in a circle. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's moving in a circle while you talk. You're punctuating with it. Okay. I need to give you like another thing to punctuate here.
Well, then get me a comfortable chair.
These chairs are tufted. What kind of chair do you need? Like a gaming chair? Okay.
Just something where anyway. There's 2 ways to have a fish tank that are acceptable. One,
I'm listening.
One way is to have a separate room.
A fish room.
Yeah, and it's just like off, and it's like you could lead people there. So it's a choice. People to go there. You have chosen. So when you're there and you're regretting it, you can blame yourself.
Okay.
The other option is to have like a really fancy, like a nice
built-in, like some a Chinese sort of restaurant.
Yeah, just some sort of like slick tank situation,
like what Tracy Morgan might have for his sharks.
Sure. And we have the worst of both worlds. So we have the dangy fish room.
Dangy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a word?
No. Okay. We have that like just sad, messy, cluttered fish room.
Aesthetic.
Core. In the living room.
So, as you know, I have a recurring nightmare, and I'm not the only one. I found out on Reddit, where I go into a room and I discover all these fish that I've neglected. Mm-hmm. But somehow they're thriving. But it's like, so my concern with the fish room is A, we don't have a room for that. So that's kind of the biggest stumbling block. But then B, what if I forget about it?
Well, so the only option that I will be able to be happy with is us getting like a nice
built-in
some sort of nice tank that goes with a piece of furniture that I like that it can sit on.
Okay, well
finish what I was going to say. So, because that is just simply not in the cards.
It is eventually.
Well, eventually, but not like in the near future. Everything else is equal amounts of shit.
Oh, good.
So when you're like, put in another, you could be like, I want this giant statue of Garfield to go holding a fish bowl under the TV. I'd be like, fine. Because who cares at this point?
Do you see what you're doing?
But it's not making a sound.
Yes, it totally is. How are you not hearing that? How are you not hearing it? It sounds like this. I don't hear it. Here, I'll do it.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like this. Are you not hearing it waving in and out?
Okay, sorry. That's what you're talking about. I thought you were saying the microphone itself was making a sound.
I'm talking about the fact that you're like whipping the microphone around.
Okay. Jesus. So anyway, the point is like, I'm not giving you grief about it because
it's all temporary.
Well, I don't actually believe that.
But that's what you're telling yourself.
But no, you listen. The point is, it's like. You're telling me to put another turd on top of a turd. It's like, who cares at this point? It's all turds. It's like you've smeared turds all over the wall, and you're asking me to smear more turd. It's like, fine. It's all shit. Anyway.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I know that you don't want people to know this, but I think that you actually care about Turtling and you want him to have a good life and be in a better, because you yourself said, guys, we're tracking a mosquito. You yourself said, because you saw he kind of gets the zoomies and you're like, does Turtling need a bigger tank?
I feel like Turtling has gotten big enough to need another tank.
Oh yeah. I've been wanting to say this. People keep saying they see Turtling and they go, oh, he's bigger than I thought he was going to be. And like, I take it personally.
Why?
Because that's a great question. I don't know. It doesn't feel good. I feel like they're...
But I don't think it's an accusation.
I think that here's what I hear. Oh, you presented him like a cute little turtle, but he's just a regular big turtle.
He was a baby when you got him.
He was like quarter size.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe I'm presenting
people
him.
when you show your 8-year-old son, are people like, oh, you told me he was a baby 8 years ago. But he's not a baby. Yeah. What the fuck, you liar?
Right, but it's similar to that. Like, oh, I thought he was cute. He's just mundane.
People need to learn about how things work.
Right.
Like growing.
He's just bigger than people are expecting. I think I expect like, oh my God, look how cute. And instead they're like...
He's still cute. He's still little.
I think so.
He's smaller than like a tortoise.
He's smaller than a box turtle.
Sure.
He's like 2 inches long. You know what? Once he's in his bigger tank, then he'll look small.
And the camera adds 5 pounds.
And he's always wearing a horizontal sweater, striped sweater.
Yeah.
Suddenly hot in here. I got worked up talking about that. Oh yeah, no, it is hot. Okay, listen, we have some calls. Let's get to them.
Hi, Alison and Daniel. It's me, Shonda from LA. Calling you back just to let you know you were right. You heard right.
So remember, Shonda called in and said that she said a lot of things, but we were wondering whether her New Year's resolution was to get back on social media or to be off social media.
Oh, right.
I was patching together sentences, trying to find my words and thinking of the people that lost. But, I'm returning to social media and, just going to skip all the people who aren't socialized properly and connect with the people I like. That's it. And,
maybe it's a little bit of both. She's going to return to social media, but in a more deliberate way. Yes.
Wait, I wanted to tell Daniel, yes, you can absolutely say brother and black because it's not the word, it's the context. And we know you. You're invited to the cookout. We sit you right down next to Ethan Hawke. All right, Shonda out.
Thanks.
Thank you for calling Shonda Daniel. You have got to frame that.
Listen, I know.
You're invited to the cookout.
I feel like I knew I was invited to the cookout. I love a good cookout.
What did Ethan Hawke do?
I'm not
to get
sure.
Invited?
I'm not sure, but he's pretty cool too, I guess. Okay. He's a cool guy. Listen, social media.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a podcast pal product pick, really, when you think about it.
Because I want to see how it goes, Shonda. Because this is, I'm sure I talked about it.
I don't think you have.
Trying to diagnose. This has been a thing I've been sort of talking about, which is my general disgust with humanity. my sort of feeling of repulsion when looking at pictures of human faces. And I'm like, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this? I don't like this. I don't want to feel this. I want to be in love with humanity and da-da-da. And so I was like, there's several causes, perhaps. One of them, maybe, is I have an oversized social media diet in that, not that I do much on social media, but I consume it. Because it's how I'm getting the news, really. And thinking about how the algorithm really is designed to keep you feeling that way about humanity, keeping you feeling like, God, everyone's just a fucking shithead, and just not only just feeding you shitty opinions, just the worst opinions constantly, but also just news items and things that are gonna piss you off, or I don't know. So I was like, maybe I should try to limit this. And there's a thing called a brick I saw, and I don't even know if this is the best solution to this, but it just was like, oh, that looks like a solution, so I got it. And it's basically like this little magnetic square, and you pair it with your phone. And I have these metal things next to my desk. I just put it there. And when you want to, you tell it like which apps or websites or whatever you want it to shut off. And when you're ready, you just kind of like push a button and then tap the brick with your phone, and it shuts it all. It makes it you can't access
these apps.
Yeah, they become grayed out. You can't use it. And obviously, there's a little thing called willpower you could also use, and it's free.
No one's going to do that.
But I haven't subscribed to that. And I started using it this week, and let me tell you, I noticed that I am in better spirits.
How often, like how long are you locking yourself out of these things?
For most of the day.
Really?
Like I'll turn it on like 10, 11 o'clock, and
X,
I won't.
Instagram.
Like I've only had it for a few days, and the last couple days, I basically turned it on in the late morning, I think, and I wouldn't turn it off until it was time to do like bedtime with the kids, because they're such fucking drag asses that I need something to look at while I'm fucking waiting for Elliot to brush his teeth. So like but I would find myself at the end of the day like a little bit happier. And at first I didn't connect the dots. I wasn't like, and then I thought, I wonder if this is because, and it must be, because I'm not getting that steady stream of bullshit.
Maybe that's why you're okay with turds on the turds.
Well, maybe I am. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm gonna keep going with it. Because there's a couple thoughts. Like, first of all, because part of it, like, what's the compulsion? Like, the compulsion for me is...
It is a compulsion.
Yeah, the compulsion is like... I relate it to the feeling after 9/11, like, where I woke up that morning and I would listen to Howard Stern. Howard Stern would come on, on my alarm clock radio. And I thought he was doing a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, I was like, oh, this is kind of a weird bit. It's not really that funny. And then I realized, oh no, obviously 9/11 was, I didn't think 9/11 is happening because it was 9/11, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
But there was a feeling like, shit, I need to know. So I changed it. So I was listening to NPR news in the morning, and it became this like compulsion to listen to the news. I need to know. I can't be in the dark. Shit, if shit's going down, it's kind of that same feeling like with Trump, where it's like, what's the latest fucking thing? Like we just invaded Venezuela or some shit. But here's the thing, right? Number one, do you really need to know?
Not really.
Like, do you?
Not really.
Can't you just wait? You can wait. Yeah. Unless it's like, bombs coming to LA. And I feel like I would know if that were happening. I wouldn't need to find out from fucking social media.
Right.
That's number one. And then the second part of it is this need to be really like informed, just generally. Like, I need to be informed. I need to know about world events and political events and all of the machinations of the fucking Senate and the this and the that and the other thing. And it's like, I took a step back. Like, I think even this week, this is a pretty recent thought. It's like, but why?
Yeah.
But why? Who gives a shit? What are you gonna do, Daniel Quantz?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You got no fucking influence. Like, there isn't one person who's listened to me who changed a vote because of something I said.
If that's not true, let us know.
Yeah. But it's like, I mean, I haven't, look, I can like maybe make a little bit on the margins, sort of, but that's just not how it works, right? Like, no one's turning to me for guidance. Okay. So like, me being informed is what? So the one thing I can do is vote. I can vote. Boop. I can vote. Nope. That's it. So all of that anxiety and all of that time and effort and energy so that I can be like, I'm going to vote for this person instead of that person. I did it. Look at me. I'm a virtuous person. Like, it's just not fucking worth it.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit?
You can also become informed right around voting time.
But I'm informed enough. Right? I'm informed enough. It all comes down to one or the other.
Right.
Like, it's not like I have like 15 choices and I have to like really know the nuances of policy in order to know like that's not how it works. And by the way, I can be super informed and still get it wrong. You know, like there's the other thing which is like, well, I won't even get into that. It's a whole other. But the bottom line is like,
did you just rule out something mid-tristing? Or mid-tristing minus?
I did. I got a mid-tristing alert in my brain, and I said no to the. So, I guess what I'm saying is like all of the reasons why I was on social media, I'm taking those reasons and debunking them in my brain.
Well, good for you, Matt Gorley. That was his Podcast Pal product pick.
Oh,
is that possible?
Is that where I heard of it,
was
maybe?
I doing Podcast Pal product pick all the way back then? I don't think I was. No, I don't think that's where you heard of it. I actually don't. You know what? I don't think that was his podcast.
Well, the great thing is you
pick.
Can use it too. I put it between our desks.
I think he was just talking about it.
You can start to use it. You need to.
I do need to. Can I share something?
Yeah.
We are going to a social event tonight, and I feel anxious.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't want to go. Even though I know we should and we'll have fun and it'll be good and I'll be glad I went. But right now, because we got to leave the house in about an hour and 23 minutes. And I'm just like,
It's the same. I have completely, I think this is where COVID really fucked me.
Yes.
Because my natural instincts are always to just say,
hide,
just be by myself. Like that's where I'm happiest.
Yeah.
And like, but you know, you when you're in the habit, it just becomes part of life.
But you know, here's the thing.
And then it stopped being a habit, and now I have to make it a habit again, and I don't want to.
But it'd be one thing if we were going out and spending time with our good friends that we know really well and feel super comfortable around. This is going to be a few people that we kind of know, and then people that we don't know who we're intimidated by. So I feel like it actually, I feel like we need to get clear on the desire to not go be with people that you feel super comfortable with versus the desire to not go into a situation where it's a lot of new people. Not a lot of people love going into a situation where it's a lot of new people. Or maybe they do. I don't know.
There will be a lot of people who either are new or we just don't know that well.
Yeah.
They also happen to be a lot of highly successful people, so there's a feeling of like, we've been revealing our best behavior.
Yeah.
And the hoity-toity factor is high,
right?
And I'm not feeling hoity or toity.
There's a dearth of hoit and toit.
Yeah, and
should we just not go?
We should go.
I know. Okay. Do I put on makeup? I don't feel like putting on makeup. I just feel like putting on the minimum of makeup.
Have you seen that there's like a trend now with Gen Alpha, I think, of guys applying makeup?
No, I didn't know that.
No.
Like what kind of makeup? I think
it's part of the looks maxing thing.
Get out of here!
This whole looks maxing sort of trend where the young men are like, by the way, this is a rabbit hole I've been going down, which is the whole looks max thing. This is crazy because it's not just the Josh smashing with hammers thing. It's also like, it's like wearing makeup and doing speed. They do fucking speed.
I saw like a cartoon of a guy who looks maxed, and he looked very feminine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like,
so anyway, you're gonna wear makeup.
But they'll do meth in order to keep their and they'll talk about it.
In order to be
keep
thin? Like, what are they doing? Really?
Yeah. It's basically like this mentality of like, anything is worth it if it makes you handsomer. Like, there's no guardrails.
Is it a Venn diagram of incels?
Yeah, I think I do think it comes out of incel culture, because I remember,
like, who are they trying to be attractive to? Other dudes or women?
I think that's a good question. See, I think that they claim that it's for women, and certainly there are a lot of women who are. I mean, I think the guy, Clavicular, I think he's legitimately a handsome guy, and so it's not like there's another guy who's like looks like a complete weirdo because his jaw is just like misshapen. But like, no, he's handsome. But there is this weird kind of like, is this when guys are trying to look handsome and it's based on what guys think, then it feels gay coded.
Yeah.
Like, because women, I think generally have a different sensibility.
Right.
The problem is there are a lot of women who also like that too, and so that you'll see the girls who are into that, and that'll reaffirm for them that it's correct. But it's like, yeah, but you're so maybe there's something like homoerotic about it, or maybe they're into guys secretly. I'm not sure. The whole thing is so bizarre.
Right.
I have not gotten to the bottom of it. Anyway,
well, I look forward to hearing more about that. But how are you? You shouldn't be going down this rabbit hole while your phone is bricked.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, this is more interesting because I'm like me as like the ultimate Chad dad. I'm like, look at these sad boys who are trying to look like me.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, listen, I would like to remind everyone that I'm on Patreon. And also Substack. AlisonRosen.substack.com. I've been substacking quite a bit more. And, I've been TikToking more, if that is interesting to you. And I'm the Alison Rosen over on TikTok. And, I'm just Alison Rosen everywhere else. Follow me. Big things are going to happen in 2026, guys. I'm going to paint the studio. I'm thinking about a graphics refresh on my show.
You do it.
Obviously, I need new headshots. That doesn't affect the show. It's just something that I'm thinking about. It's time. This whole last year, I was doing non-show related shit because my parents had the audacity to up and die. But I'm back.
Yeah.
I am so phlegmatic. Not in like the humor's way of old, but just in the literal way of like, oh my God. So thank you for putting up with my voice. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks genuinely.
Thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen Show?